Hey, welcome back to another episode of Dragon Speed Shop. So today's video, I think gonna be an interesting one. What we're gonna do, we're gonna make this hood function like a proper hood should on a like 32 Ford or anything with this kind of style of hood, Vicky, stuff like that. You can use this technique on. So for materials that I'm going to be using, brand new number 11 razor blade, very important. The actual materials is a 1/16 aluminum tubing. As you can see, I got it at Hobby Lobby. You'll also need 0.032 music wire, same section right by all the models and everything. Some super glue. I'm using some local stuff that I like, and something to put the glue in, and a couple of toothpicks. So the first thing we need to do, get the hood off the truck, is right down here. We need to cut on both sides of this piece to separate each section of the hood. The easiest way is just real careful. Keep cutting down till you cut all the way through. Alright, there we go. So the next thing, I want to make sure these are sanded nice and flat. Both sides of this. Check this on my table. Alright, there we go. So the next thing that we've got to do, now that we have both sides, is we need to take our aluminum tubing. We need to measure from the top to the bottom of the length of our hood. Get that cut off. I'm only going to do 4 pieces across here. I know the real scale one, there's probably 20 or 30 across this hood. I'm not going to go into that much detail to make this hood work. So I'm going to get this cut up, one cut in the middle, one here and one there, and I'll be right back. Alright, so there we go, guys. We've got 4 separate little tiny pieces. That equals the length of our hood. So the next step is we need to get our super glue, something to put it in, and probably my board. guys. Alright. What we want to do, the first thing is we want to tape this down to the board so it does not move on us. So grab a piece of our fine line. Because we don't want this to move on us a lot. In fact, we don't want it to move at all, really. Alright. A little super glue. Some of this. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up gluing this one, the first one, and the second one. But we still want these in here to have that gap. So this is where your toothpick comes in. Let's see if I can do this. Get some on there. All we really want to do right now is just tack it to the piece. Same thing on that one. If I could get my hands out of the screen today. I have to move this so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So I didn't get enough super glue. This is kind of the tricky part of this whole thing, is getting these glued on. Down to the tip, there we go. Alright, so we got those tacked. We'll pull our bar out. Now we have left are those two pieces. So now we can kind of attach those a little bit better. Alright, a little drop. And a little drop. Alright, so there's one side done. So you can still pick up the part. You can see that it's moving. Didn't glue itself to the table. That's a benefit. Alright, so now we're going to slide our first pin in. Slide it through that one. Bring all the way down. Train until we pop back out. So if you have multiple pieces, I guess a good thing you could do is just mark the ones you've already glued, because now we're going to repeat that same process, making sure our hood lines up, everything like that. Dropping some super glue down in this crack. Now gluing the third and fourth pin down to the board. now that that's been glued, you can kind of see how this is going to work. So I'm going to pull the rod out one more time. Pulling that out with my super glue. And securing these pretty good back onto the board. Don't worry, that wasn't super glue, that was my finger sticking. I'm just kidding, guys. And I just did all that off camera. I tell you what, guys, changing your camera position is not the funnest. Alright, super glue out of the way. Line these two pins back up. Unmask this now. And there we go. That's that simple to make these hoods function like they should. So now you can see the one side pops open, closes back down. Same with the other side. Flops open, pops back down. So to attach these to the body, the easiest way is to drill a hole. We can kind of use this one that's in the wrong spot. There is a hole here. But we'll end up drilling a hole right there in the middle of the cab, and then one in the front of the grill. So let me do that, get that mocked up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here it is sitting on the truck. It's not exactly where it's going to be. I've got some other mods to do up here on the front end. But I forgot to mention in the first of the video, I've done some pretty heavy mods to the front end of this truck. I shortened the front nose by a lot. This was the stock piece that fit underneath there. So now you can see I took quite a bit out of this front nose, shortened it up. In the process, I ended up breaking the supports for the back end of the control arms. So I ended up redoing those with a little bit smaller thickness of rod. I'm a lot happier with it. Looks pretty good. But back to the subject of the hood. There we go. Just like so. Both sides go up, both sides go down. Kind of cool, something a little bit different. Depending on how you want to display it at the show, whatever you would like. It's pretty easy. I'd love to give justice where, you know, justice is due. I did find this a long time ago on YouTube. I don't remember who originally posted this, so if you guys do know who originally did this tutorial, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give him a shout out for his tutorial, put a link to his channel because I learned it from him. So, but yeah, here you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time, this is Dragon Speed Shop, and I'm out of here.